your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Some good news tonight. Some residents of East Grand Bahama has more relief coming in from hurricane victims. Caritas International, a confederation with over 160 members along with other partners, gifting 2 residents of the East End community with homes this morning during a special ceremony. In this report, the recipients say that they are grateful and are looking forward to rebuilding their lives. Italia Hall was there.
It's a partnership between Caritas International and the Archdiocese of the Catholic Church. Catholic priest Father David Cooper saying a special prayer for the 2 hurricane-resistant homes during the short ceremony. Manager of the organization, Amy Lyons, says the model home project began in March of 2020, but was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. She adds that the owners of the homes were selected following communication with church leaders, community leaders, and government officials.
The purpose of the project was not only to provide new shelter for 2 resident families of High Rock, as we know, a badly impacted area from Hurricane Dorian, but also to strengthen community participation and improve technical knowledge related to construction techniques.
According to the contractor, the 2 homes can withstand a Category 3 hurricane.
We put a lot of time and attention into it. It's 2 bed, 1 bar, the kitchen, as you can see, a dining. And we use 3,000 PSI for the concrete, for the flooring and different stuff like that. And it's a lot of strapping and stuff like that going into it. But like I said, we try to build it strong, so at any time anything should happen, then the homeowners ain't got nothing to do with it.
East End resident Emily Bevins was given the keys to her home as well as a gift from the organization.
I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praises is continually in my mouth. And I thank God for every one of you all for what you done and what you still do, and God's grace and mercy be with you all. I can't pay you all, but I feel good today that I'm in a house.
The second recipient, Gloria Betty Newman, became emotional as she received her keys as she reflected on her experience with Hurricane Dorian.
I'm so thankful. My heart is so like when I came back home, I couldn't even find my house. So I thank God I'm alive. Because I wasn't going to Freeport, I was going to stay. But everybody kept on calling, come on to Freeport. I had my nephew in Nassau. He said, Auntie Beth, he said, don't stay in the High Rock. So go to Freeport.
Member of Parliament for the area, K. Peter Turnquest, says he is thankful for the various contributions from the organization.
As you know, they are continuing to operate a mental health support facility that is providing tremendous support to persons who would have lost everything, including family members and all of their worldly possessions, to help them through this difficult period. And so the support and the encouragement that they've provided to this community is incalculable, and we certainly want to thank them for everything.
Now the 2 hurricane-resistant homes were constructed at a cost of $150,000. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Well, we have more tonight from the Sweetings Key community regarding the Sweetings Key housing project spearheaded by the Rotary Club. For residents of that community, this project spells relief, and they are grateful to the Civic Club for its determination to make a difference in the lives of the displaced residents. Jay Philippe reports.
Construction on brand new homes on Sweetings Key is expected to begin soon for a number of displaced residents, thanks to the various Rotary clubs on Grand Bahama, the Rotary Disaster Committee, along with its donors TK Foundation. Members of the Rotary Club boarded a boat in McLeanstown and traveled to Sweetings Key on the majority rule holiday, where they met with residents to discuss rebuilding plans. Chief Councillor Gladstone Russell, who is a resident of Sweetings Key, says the community of Sweetings Key is excited about the assistance that the Rotary Club is offering.
We thank, with prayers, everything will work out. The Rotary got to help us with some boat engines, get the fish ponds back up and running. They're helping us now to build some homes. They're going to do 9 homes for us. Then from there, they're going to take it further to reconstruction. So we appreciate what the Rotary doing. The Dream Team, Mr. Sales, Jimmy, the team Sea Grape for their kindness gesture in helping us.
Deputy Chief Councillor Shervin Tate says Sweetings Key has never experienced a storm like Dorian. He says it's been 16 months since the storm demolished the majority of the key, and he's grateful now that Rotary has stepped in.
Sweetings Key been suffering for a mighty long time. Engines were down. Rotary stepped in and helped us out with some engines, although we need a few more. Now they stepping in to help us with our housing. As Deputy Chief Councillor here in this community, I'm excited. I am excited. Smiles all over my face. I wish I did not to wear the mask. But I want to thank Rotary for coming into a place like Sweetings Key that is very difficult. You can see in boat and getting materials across here, it's tough.
A number of residents on the Key whose homes were destroyed say they want to get their lives back to normal.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful as a resident for Sweetings Key after being, in this position for so long, after Dorian, people are to be displaced. And now it's a sense of, a hope that's coming back to the people. A lot of people are in Freeport. They stay in a condition they would prefer to not be in. But, it's what it is.
It makes me feel very good to know that Rotary is now here and willing to help. And so in return of them helping, I'm willing to help them by offering my home and services to them free of charge. So I'm glad that Rotary made that step forward to come now and help and bring Sweetings Key back to the way it should be.
We've been through complete devastation. So in my opinion, whomever can get help, it's a blessing, and we would take that, you understand me? Because we look at it at this point in the game, ain't nobody got to help nobody. And they're going out of their way, they're coming in to give people some sense and some peace of mind, especially for me more so as the elderly. Allowing them to be able to come back home and to be relaxed and whatever not. So this right here is everything for me.
To see that somebody is thinking about us and willing to help us because we really needed the help. We needed the help. And I thank them very much, very much.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
In other news, New Life Worship Center launching its apprenticeship program on the grounds of the church over the weekend. The program offers a variety of courses for students grades 7 through 12 and aims to ensure that they're equipped with a trade upon graduating high school. Ramiko Knowles has more in this story.
From 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday afternoons, some 150 students enrolled in the New Life Worship Center's apprenticeship program will be learning trades such as culinary arts, auto diagnostics, plumbing, computer technology, electrical engineering, and carpentry. Chairman Dominic Roach says it is a very unique program that can only benefit those taking part.
Children that would have had experience, let's say a child from the 8th grade up to the 12th grade within this program, gets certified. Do you know what your value is at? With 4 or 5 years of training under your belt and certifications, you enter the workforce at a young age at a higher pay grade. This is all for your benefit. Those of you that will have the ability to go off to school, you can go off as a dual threat now. You have something to fall back on.
The keynote speaker, Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the Honorable Michael Pintard, encouraging participants to find their passion and to allow that passion to pay their bills, noting that vocational professions are rapidly becoming the primary jobs, generating revenue that exceeds traditional occupations.
There's some guys who are clowns in the class. They should try to figure out, am I destined to be a comedian, a lyricist? Am I what? Ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring, knife and fork. That may be your thing, I don't know. I'm just saying you have to find your passion. Your passion may be carpentry or masonry. God knows I wish I had perfected it because I'm paying plenty money trying to repair that house that we were trapped in during the hurricane. Somebody else's passion is paying their bills and I'm signing the checks. Find your passion.
Pintard told participants that Bahamians must learn to own the rock on which they stand, but pointed out that such ownership will only come about through the work of those who possess the skill sets.
We want for you to be able to succeed no matter which government in power. We want you to succeed whether the teacher love you or curry favoring somebody else. We want you to succeed if mom or dad have a low moment, a rough moment, that you are able to stand firm. We want you to succeed because God has planted in you some gifts that will make room for you.
Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama, K. Peter Turnquest, also on hand addressing the students. Turnquest pointing out that back in the 70s, vocational education was a key part of the educational system. However, he recalls that somewhere along the way it was determined that focus should basically be directed at academics, and so the talents of many were neglected or pushed aside because focus was taken off vocational training.
I am so extremely excited and happy that you've launched this program. I want to wish you every success. This is something that we've been certainly hoping would come. We continue to challenge the government to reintroduce in a real way vocational education, to repurpose or to redefine what the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institution was all about and what it was established to do. It was not an academic institution. There was no need for academic qualifications to get into it as it is now. And we need to get back to that.
Classes will begin in a matter of weeks, and apprenticeship participants could not be more excited.
Because it's a good way for young people to learn trades so that even if some people aren't academically inclined, they could be able to work in a trading field.
Just excited to do something new hobby.
It's something I want to do as a hobby. Culinary, and they had a cosmetology one. We're starting in June.
Learn how to do things that I don't know how to do.
Rumiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, our Facebook friend of the night up next.